Hello and welcome to Math Geeks. The problem for today is going to be the double derivative of y equal 5x natural logarithm of x cubed. It's simple. dy over dx is the first derivative. d squared or y over 2x squared is the second derivative. And so on and so on. This is going to be the third derivative. The problem for today is asking us for the second derivative. We cannot just jump from the function to the second derivative. So it's gonna take a series from steps. First, we're gonna find the first derivative, which is y prime. And then we're gonna find y 2 prime. This is equal to the second derivative. First step is find y prime. Now we're gonna find the first derivative for us to find the second derivative after. To get the first derivative, we're gonna divide the equation in two, which is gonna be a or f of x and b or g of x. The formula to get two numbers multiplying by themselves to get the derivative is a times b prime plus a prime times b, or f of x times g prime of x plus f prime of x times g of x. So we're just gonna find these terms. Now we have f of x, which is 5x. F prime of x, it's easy, it's just 5. To get the derivative of f of x is very simple. We have f 5x to the first power. We're gonna pass the 1 multiplying and we're gonna delete 1. So it's gonna be 5 times 1 x 1 minus 1. These two things are to get the formula to get the derivative. So 5 times 1 is 5, x 1 minus 1 is x to 0. Any number to the power of 0 is gonna be 1. So 5 times 1 is gonna be 5. Now we're gonna find g of x, which is the natural logarithm of x cubed. To get the natural logarithm, we're gonna need a formula. The basic formula for natural logarithm is the base, on top prime, and on the bottom the copy paste. So we have this term, which is x cubed. We're gonna have the first derivative, the derivative of a, which is gonna be 3x squared, because we pass the 3 multiplying and we take away 1 from the 3, over the copy paste, which is x3. We can simplify these terms because x squared and x cubed could be simplified, could be deleted because they are in a fraction. So g prime of x is gonna be 3 over x. Now we're just gonna copy paste it in our first formula. So it's gonna be f of x times g prime of x plus f prime of x times g of x. It's gonna be very simple. F of x times 3 over x could be simplified. These two answers are correct for the y prime from our first function. So we have y prime equals 15 plus 5 natural logarithm of x cubed, or we can have 5 times 5 plus natural logarithm of x cubed. Now we're gonna find the y double derivative because that's where the first function was asking for. Now, to get the derivative of the second function, we could do it. Any constant will turn into 0. And we're gonna use our first formula of natural logarithm for the second part, which is gonna be 5, the first term with our derivative on the top, and the copy paste on the bottom. This could be simplified to be 3 over x times 5. 5 times 3 is 15 over x. We're going to assume this is our final answer, the second derivative of the first function. But as many people like to simplify, we're going to see if this term is correct. So now, we're going to see the first function, the first formula we used for the first derivative. We have two terms, f of x and g of x. So we're going to make f of x equals 5 and f prime of x, 5 is a constant, so f prime of x will be 0. G of x will be 5 plus natural logarithm of x cubed, and the g prime of x gonna be, this turns into a constant, so making our formula for natural logarithm is gonna be 3 over x. We use the formula for two objects multiplying by themselves to get the derivative. So we're gonna have f of x times g prime of x plus f prime of x times g of x. Any number multiplying by 0 is gonna be 0. So 5 times 3 over x is gonna be 15 over x. As we see, it's the same answer. So the answer for our first function, which is the double derivative, this is gonna be our final answer. 15 over x.